Hi, it's Terry, ready for a Warriors at Ease class. And today I have Ray with me to show some other ways of doing some of the things that we'll talk about. So, hi Ray. Now, since you're at home, you won't have the privilege of using bolsters, but you can get a blanket, you could get pillows. If you have a block, you could certainly use a block or a pillow at times, or a stack of books, because there may be times you'll want the block. And for a strap, you could certainly use a belt or a scarf or a blanket even. So these are things you can just collect and have them ready. So today we are doing a very gentle class. We will have an Irest following. It's just that you're not here. So just follow along and do the best that you can do for today. So let's sit up tall. Find that comfortable seat. Let the spine be long. Hands just resting on knees. Take a deep breath just to let out that sigh as you exhale. That's for my benefit as usual. And as you listen to your body, you do that as many times as you need to. And then you find yourself moving into just a normal breathing pattern. The breath will start to slow down a bit. And you notice the breath. You notice this in and out. Perhaps you notice the gentle movement of belly and chest. Perhaps you notice the temperature of the air. What else is the body trying to tell you at this point? So we're just noticing the breath. When your mind starts to wander, which of course it is going to do, try to come back to the breath as soon as you realize that you're thinking of other things. And after a few rounds of just breathing, you've already started to release some of that tension. But you might want to check in with the jaw, maybe wiggle the jaw a little bit, see if you're creating some tension there, or across the forehead, or the shoulders, maybe up around your ears. Let's see if we can get those shoulders down. Those are things that you can certainly notice and take care of. Then we'll bring one hand down to the belly and one hand up to the heart. And just notice the breath here. Notice what you're feeling. And at this point, let's let the belly be soft. So that when you take that deep belly breath, that belly can expand. But think about breathing downward. Inhaling downward. As you exhale, the belly will just come back into place. And we'll just practice the deep belly breath for a few rounds. Notice the movement. And then let the exhale be longer than the inhale. So if you count your inhale at your pace, and say you counted up to 4 on the inhale, you could add a couple of counts to that as you stretch out the exhale. It is that long, slow exhale that helps you just to release some of that tension. That lets you get into that rest and relax mode. And we'll do this deep belly breath for a few more rounds. Checking in with how you're feeling while you're doing this. And then we'll just start some of our movement. So you notice that I'm in a chair today because at home, this is where you may well be. If you're comfortable on the floor, you may be down on the floor, on a bolster, on a blanket. So I'll be doing things in the chair, and Ray may be doing things a little bit differently since he's down on the floor. So just keep going back and forth between the two of us and see what happens here. For this first one, we want to sit up tall. Well, imagine we're in mountain and we're just sitting tall. If you're in this chair, you can actually just press your feet into the floor a little bit. Let the shoulders come down. Let the arms just rest. Again, in the chair, you could even bring those arms down by your side and turn those palms forward, bringing the shoulders back a bit. And while we're here, just breathing normally. So there's your mountain pose, in a chair or seated on the floor even. Then we'll bring the hands back to rest on the knees. Let's loosen up the neck just a little bit, starting by just bringing the chin down towards the chest. Not pulling it down, but allowing it to lower. Then taking that deep belly breath, on the exhale, notice what may happen with the neck, with the head. Did you feel any extra release there? Then inhale and bring that chin back up. Taking an inhale, exhale, turn your head to the right and look over to the right as far as you can without turning the shoulders. Taking a few breaths here. Then inhale, come back to center, and exhale, turn to the left. And again, just a few breaths. Coming back to the center. Taking another nice inhale. Then inhale, and as you exhale, this time bringing the right ear down towards the shoulder. And this is one, remember, that we can always add on to. So one of the options that you have is to bring that left arm out to the side. Maybe bring that arm up, wiggle the fingers, trying to let this left shoulder come down a bit. The other option would be to bring that right hand and just rest it gently on the head, remembering that you can change your mind on any of these extras at any time. So if it's really uncomfortable, you just don't do it. And then we'll release and we'll bring the head back up to center. I always like to roll my shoulders after that one. So just a couple of rolls. And then we'll do the other side. So I think now we're going to the left. So bringing that left shoulder over towards that, left ear towards the left shoulder. See what's happening with the right shoulder. Did it come up? And then add on if you'd like. Again, reaching out with the opposite hand. Maybe placing that hand gently at the top of the head. And if all of a sudden you feel that real tension in the shoulder, you can always take that deep belly breath. Let it out slowly. See if that shoulder feels a little bit better. Then we'll bring the hand back and the other hand down to the thigh. And one more time, let's roll the shoulders. Whatever direction you didn't go the first time, if you remember. And if you don't remember, that's okay too. Yes. So, are you slouching? Let's sit up tall again. And then we'll take this right arm down by the side. We're going to do a stretch over to the left. So we can sweep that right arm up, reach over a little bit. This hand that's left hand, if you're in the chair, you could just rest it on the side of the chair. If you're on the floor, I bet Ray has his hand down to the floor. You can deepen this stretch a little bit by maybe reaching a little bit further with those fingers. And then inhale, let's come back up to center. We'll bring that arm down. We can go ahead and let it rest on the chair. And then that left arm will reach up, lengthening through the spine and then stretching over. Maybe wiggling fingers. And then inhale, come back up to center, bringing both hands down. We're going to move into a twist. And before any twist, we always want to sit up tall. Even if you're in the chair or on the floor, make sure you're tall. I'm going to do the twist with just bringing the hand over. So my right hand's going to come over to my left thigh. This left hand is just going to rest on the back of the chair. I lengthen, inhale, exhale, and twist. Once I've twisted, I want to take another deep inhale and make sure that those shoulders have relaxed down. You can also be looking over that back shoulder as long as it's comfortable with your neck. And then we'll come back to center, resting both hands again, sitting up tall, because I know we slouch sometimes. We'll bring the left hand to the right thigh, and that other hand resting on the chair or behind you. Take another deep breath. Let the shoulders release, and maybe you're twisting a little deeper. And perhaps you're looking over that back shoulder. Then coming back to center, both hands coming to those thighs. Let's just bring those shoulders up towards the ears. So we'll inhale as we bring them up and exhale as we release them back down. We'll do that 3 more times. Inhale and lift, exhale, release. A nice, loud exhale sometimes even feels good. From here, I like to move forward in the chair just a little bit. We're going to do some of the circles that we do, Ray. So just bringing our torso around in a circle. You could rest hands on the chair, hands on the thighs or knees. And find the place, if you're in the chair, where you really feel steady. So maybe separating those feet just a little bit more. And then just off to the side and around to the back. Pull that belly in, pull the shoulders forward, and then around to the front, pulling shoulders back. And make this circle all yours. Ray and I are not going to be keeping time together here. So you just want to move as you feel good about it. With the breath, you could inhale as you come forward. You can exhale as you tuck that chin, pull that belly in, and move to the other side. These nice, long, slow circles. And we'll do one more. We'll finish this circle up and meet back at center, and then we'll go the other way. I usually start small, and then let the circles get bigger as my body says, oh, this feels okay. And just a couple of more here. You can get some shoulder action going. And we're just sort of around and around. And the next time you're back to the front and center, let's just come back up and sit up tall. You should be about ready for a cat-cow at this point. You did it in a circle almost. So let's really think now about lifting the heart up, letting that back arch just a little bit in the back, and then pull that belly in, pull the shoulders forward. And you're in your cat. And then just moving back and forth with this. There's no reason that you can't do these cat-cows at any time or any of these chair movements. Just taking a break. If you have that TV on during a commercial or two, you could certainly be doing some of these movements. And then we'll come back to center and sit up tall. Wiggle out those feet. Ray, I think you've already changed the cross in your legs. Good for you. I wasn't thinking of that. I'm sorry. So let's do a couple of things with using the legs. Ray, we're going to do some things with bringing knees to chest. So I'm going to let him get organized. I think you want to come down flat. So he's coming down to the floor. You can do this on the floor, and he will also be showing you some other variations of things on the floor. Even if I don't mention them, you can certainly see what he's doing. So Ray, I would like you to start with your knees bent though and feet flat on the floor, all right? And then as you see fit to add those variations in. So sitting in the chair, let's just bring that right knee up towards the chest, and maybe we're holding on to the shin or underneath the thigh, getting that knee up and then just doing some circles with that foot. And if you hear our snap, crackle, pops, just let them join yours. It's okay. And then we'll go the other direction with those circles. And then we'll bring that right foot down to the floor and work out this other side just a little bit. So just doing some circles with that foot and going the other direction. And we'll just alternate back and forth on some of these. We'll bring the left foot back down to the floor. Let's bring the right knee back up, and this time let's give it a good hug. So we're getting it up as high as we can get it and really hugging it in. And Ray will probably straighten out his leg at some point. If you're sitting in the chair, you can bring that leg forward and maybe flex that foot, make it work a little bit. And we can flex the foot that we're holding up in the air. Give it one more hug, and then we'll bring that leg down to the floor. Then the opposite leg, we'll bring it in, giving it a good hug. Maybe straightening out the opposite leg, flexing those feet, feeling some strength there as well as some stretch. Then releasing left foot down to the floor. From here, let's bring feet out to the edges of the mat. We can do windshield wipers here, even if we're sitting in a chair. I'm holding on to the seat of the chair. I'm going to lift up my toes, so now I'm just on my heels. And I'm just going to rock these knees from side to side in windshield wipers. By flexing the foot, we are just supporting that knee just a little bit more. Getting a little movement up into the hips. There are your windshield wipers. And then we'll bring the toes back down to the floor. We'll walk those toes back into the center. A stretch. Let's do our pigeons. We're going to take a block. I'm going to take a block and show you a couple of different versions with a pigeon. If you can bring the right ankle on top of that left thigh, this is one option. And you may look at me and go, my leg is not going to go there. Okay, that's fine. Can you bring that foot to the block? We're allowing that right hip to open up a little bit. If this is feeling really good and you want to bring it a little bit higher, we can let the foot rest on the block. We're still getting the opening. This is a good one to practice every day. Ray is showing you how this is really nice to do on the floor, on the bed. He's now showing another option where that leg, opposite leg comes up in the air, holding on. I'm going to move my foot back up onto the thigh. And while it's here, I'm flexing the foot, again, to give a little more stability to the knee. I always also like to just press very gently on that thigh. Ready to do the other side? Let's see how the other side works, and it could be different. So I will start low on the block in the seated pigeon, or the chair pigeon. So the foot is just resting, the knee is opening out to the side. I'm on the side of my foot. If this is feeling okay and you want to go up a level with the block, and you try it a little bit higher and see how that feels. Or you move through the stages as Ray is moving through them. Remembering you can always back up. Explore a new movement, a new level, but know it's always your choice whether or not you want to stay there. And I'll finally bring this foot up to the knee, flexing that foot. Just a very gentle pressure on that inner thigh. How's it feel? All right, so we'll slowly release. We'll come out of that, bringing that foot down to the floor. And Ray, if you would like to come back up to seated. We are going to do an Irest. So if you would like to pause your recording and get the things that you might enjoy for Irest, or move to a comfortable place for your Irest, get whatever you need so that you really are comfortable. You know the drill in the studio, but finding that place at home will be a new experience for you. So enjoy, and I'll see you again in just a few minutes. Welcome back for your Irest practice. I do hope that you found a comfortable place, that you feel totally supported, and that you can just really rest and relax during this Irest meditation. Take a few deep, calming breaths. And then with your eyes open or gently closed, allow your senses to open to the sounds around you. Welcome the sensation of warmth or coolness of the air on your skin. Welcome the sensation of the surface providing support beneath you. Notice your body breathing and the gentle rise and release of your chest and belly with each breath. Now imagine yourself in a place where you experience feelings of calm, security, and well-being, your inner resource. This place could be real or imaginary, any place where you experience a felt sense of well-being. Once you select a place, use all your senses to enhance your experience. Imagine sounds, sights, sensations, smells, and tastes. Observe your warm, calm body and your easy, rhythmic breathing. know that you can return to your inner resource, to this space of inner ease and inner peacefulness at any time, day or night, in your daily life, and even during this practice of Irest. Whenever you feel overwhelmed by an emotion, thought, or circumstance, or you just need to take a momentary time out to rest, to feel totally secure and at ease, come back to your inner resource. Consider if you would like an intention for your practice today. How would you like to feel when this practice is finished? It might be to just rest and relax. Fully welcome this intention for today's practice with your mind and body as true in this very moment. Then look a little deeper into your heart and bring to mind your heart's deepest desire, something that you want more than anything else in life. Perhaps it is a desire for peace, health, or well-being. Put this heartfelt mission in the present tense. For example, I am happy, healthy, and complete, just as I am. Then feel this heartfelt desire or mission with your entire body while imagining and experiencing it in this moment as if it were true. Now let my words be your words as you rotate attention throughout your body. Bring attention to sensations in your jaw, teeth, gums, mouth, tongue. Welcome sensations throughout the mouth without trying to relax or change anything. From inside the mouth, follow sensation into the inner canals of your left ear, inside the right ear. Sensation of both ears at the same time. Sense the cheeks, nose. Sensation of the left eye, right eye, both eyes at the same time. The eyes as a unified field of sensation. Welcome sensation in the forehead, scalp, crown of the head, back of the head, neck. Welcome sensation in the left shoulder, left upper arm and elbow, forearm and wrist, hand and fingers, the entire left hand, arm, and shoulder as sensation. Welcome sensation now in the right shoulder, upper arm and elbow, forearm and wrist, right hand and fingers. The entire right hand, arm, and shoulder as sensation. Then sense both hands, arms, and shoulders at the same time, a field of radiant sensation. Bring attention into the upper torso, front and back. Mid-torso, front and back. Lower torso, front and back. The entire torso, front and back, a field of sensation. Bring attention into the pelvis and sacrum, left hip and thigh, knee, foreleg and calf, ankle, heel, foot and toes. The entire left leg, foot and hip as sensation. Bring attention into the right hip and thigh, knee, foreleg and calf, ankle, heel, foot and toes. The entire right leg as sensation. Then both legs at the same time as sensation. Sense the entire body, a unified field of radiant sensation. Bring attention to the forehead, the touch of air on the forehead and sensations of coolness. Sensations of coolness on the forehead and the entire body at rest and at ease. Sense the natural weight of the left arm, the natural weight of the right arm, the weight of both arms, heavy and at ease, fully supported by the surfaces they're resting on, and the body at rest and at ease. Sense the left hand and fingers, warm and at ease. Right hand and fingers, warm and at ease. The natural weight of the left leg, the natural weight of the right leg, both legs heavy, fully supported by the surface they're resting on. The entire body at rest and at ease. Sense the abdomen, the gentle rise and release of the abdomen as breath comes in and goes out. Sense your heartbeat, calm and regular. The entire body at rest and at ease. Sense well-being, peace, relaxation, spreading throughout your entire body. With every exhalation, sensations of warmth, ease, heaviness, and well-being radiating throughout your entire body. Well-being, peace, and deep relaxation throughout the entire body. Welcoming all various sensations that are present throughout the body. Sensing and welcoming without thinking, without analyzing. The body at rest and at ease. Welcoming every experience that's present. And if helpful, interweave your inner resource of being and well-being throughout your body, feeling secure and at ease. Sense the body breathing itself and the natural flow of sensation as breath enters and leaves the nostrils. The gentle rise and fall of the abdomen and chest. Without trying to control or change it, just noting, just feeling, without going into thinking, the sensation and feeling of each inhalation and exhalation as it comes and goes. As your body inhales, note your belly, midsection, and chest expanding while feeling yourself settling, relaxing, and letting go. As your body exhales, note your belly, midsection, and chest releasing while feeling yourself settling, relaxing, and letting go. If your mind wanders, gently and without judgment, bring it back to noting the gentle expanding and releasing of your whole body with each inhalation and exhalation. Notice sensations as your body breathes in and out. Sensations of expanding and releasing with each breath. Welcome and nourish the feeling of your inner resource of well-being as you continue to note your breath coming in and going out. Every cell in your body welcoming the feeling of well-being with each breath. We will will slowly begin to reorient ourselves by opening and closing your eyes a few times while feeling your wholeness and welcoming your inner resource of well-being. Welcome and affirm again your heartfelt mission with your entire body, the sense of life living you with meaning, purpose, and value. Affirm to yourself that as you go about your life walking, talking, eating, working, playing, and even sleeping, sensations of deep relaxation and well-being are accompanying you in every moment. Affirm the truth that in every moment you always have within you the perfect response to each situation and circumstance in your life. Allow your senses to open again to the environment, to any sounds you may hear. Welcome the feeling of air touching your skin, the sensations where your body touches the surface that's supporting it. Imagine going about your day, all the while awake and aware with the sense of well-being and ease you feel right now. Begin to breathe a little deeper. Notice the gentle rising and falling of your chest and belly with each breath. Invite small movements back into your fingers and toes. Allow those small movements to move up the arms and the legs. Perhaps gently roll your head from side to side. Stretch your arms and legs. If you're on your back, perhaps roll to one side and pause there. And as you're ready, coming up to seated, coming back to that eyes open, wide awake state of consciousness. Taking your time to come back to this present moment. You are in absolutely no hurry. But I will thank you for being here today, for sharing your practice with us. Thank you for allowing us to come into your homes and share this practice with you. Thank you.